In this video, we talk about which is better, a new construction or a resale. What's up, Casey? It's Guys here. Welcome back to another episode of Gulf Coast Investing, where we talk about all things investing right here on the Gulf Coast. I would love if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel for more great informative content just like this. So I wanted to make this video because we've actually gotten more questions, especially with the way the economy and the real estate world is, about if you're looking to buy a property, what is better to buy, a brand new construction build or a resale? So a resale just means a house that's already been built. You know, it's a random, Joe Smith that owns the house and they're looking to resell. Maybe it was built a year ago, maybe it was built 30 years ago. So which is better? What's kind of the differences and what does it look like right now? What may be the best option? So wanted to talk about that. Some of these things aren't as relevant if you're buying an investment condo per se. So a lot of it is, there are some investment condos that when you look, there's a new construction going on. You may want to buy in a building, but it may be 2 years down the road. If you're ready to buy right now, you just want to buy an existing condo and things like that. So, but if you're looking for a residential home, or maybe you're looking for a long-term investment, you may want to check out a new construction build. And right now are kind of some crazy times with what's going on in the economy and the new construction builds, which kind of make things interesting. So I want to talk about it. So again, some of the differences when you're buying just a regular residential resale, it's somebody that lives in the house, they're looking to move, you set up with your agent to go see 4 different houses, you make an offer. So some of those differences is when you make that offer, you're obviously dealing with a seller, you're dealing most times with a individual. You're not dealing with a big corporate company. So a lot of things can be negotiated. You can negotiate price and what you want them to fix in the house and things like that. It's kind of a big negotiation. You're also a little bit more free to have your own mortgage person, to have your own inspectors and appraisers and all kind of things. There's a little bit more freedom. You don't have to play in certain grounds and things like that. So, but you are dealing with an individual. So it can be a little more emotional for that seller if it's a house they lived in for a while or their parents lived in for a while. You're dealing with a little more emotions and things like that. When you're buying that, you're going to have to pay for an appraisal. You're going to have to pay for an inspection. You're going to have to pay for a survey. Some of those things you may not have to pay for when you do a new construction build. So just keep those things in mind. Obviously, when you're buying a new construction, you can kind of pick a little bit more of the area and the neighborhood that you want. If you're picking a new construction, then you are kind of stuck to those neighborhood areas. So with the resale, again, hey, I like this area, I like this neighborhood. You can target a neighborhood, wait for a house to pop up there, and then try to make an offer on it. So a little bit more flexibility and things like that. But you're dealing with an older house, you're not going to have warranties on appliances, on things breaking. We've had houses that the clients bought a house and literally the next day the AC unit goes out. You got those kind of issues and problems that you have to deal with. Everything's going to be older, you're going to have to clean it after, you're going to have to do updates, all those kind of things to make that house your home that you have to do with a resale and things like that. But again, sometimes the prices may be a little more negotiable. They may be a little bit better to work with, just depending on your area. So that's, kind of that side of things. With a new construction, you're a little bit more confined in your options. So a lot of times to get certain incentives, you have to use, obviously you're using a builder, you have to use a certain lender, they're going to use a certain appraiser, things like that. You're a little bit more confined. There's normally no negotiating. You may try to throw in, some certain bonuses and things like that you want them to do in the house, but you're normally not going to negotiate the price. The price is what it is. It's like when you go to Publix or to Walmart, you pay what the sticker price is. You may get some throw-ins and things like that, but the price is what it is. There's a little less negotiating and things like that for a new construction. But the positives are it's all brand new. So we just had a friend that closed on one, and literally the weeks leading up to the sale being done, she gets to walk through the entire house. She gets it was called blue tape, the entire house, and say, I don't like this, fix this, look, this paint's chipped. Literally, you walk into a spotless, flawless house. So that's one of the huge positives. Another thing that is kind of obvious, but people need to think about is, again, you can do an inspection if you want. Our last client, she decided to do an inspection. Of course, nothing came up because it was all, how it should be. but sometimes builders do miss things. There's all types of legal steps that they have to go through, and you know, permits they have to pull and get signed off on. So usually it's going to be good, but we have some buyers that choose not to do inspections. The survey, the plot line is already done, so you're saving money not having to do a survey, things like that. And then the beautiful part is everything's brand new. So you're getting a brand new AC system with a 10-year warranty. You're getting all new appliances. Your roof's brand new. Usually down here it's a gold fortified roof, which just means your insurance is going to be cheaper because of the way the roof is built and put on, and all the steps that were taken to ensure that it's more hurricane and windproof. Everything's brand new. Your floor is brand new. Again, you can walk by if you don't like a gap, if you don't like a cut on the mirror, if you don't like this little blemish. Normally they're going to take care of all that for you. So those are all kind of things when you're looking at, in a normal market, looking at a resale versus new construction. So this day and age, we have some cooler things or even more options with those new construction builds. So I mentioned our client that had bought one a couple months ago. Literally the incentives were just crazy. So they literally offered $25,000 worth of incentives for her to close by a certain date and to go with their lender and things like that, which was just incredible. So she had her entire down payment. All she had to pay was her down payment. So she put her 3% down. They bought, her interest rate was about 2% cheaper than what you could get for a resale house. Not only that, all her closing costs, which were about $12,000, were completely paid. And then they did all types of throw-ins like blinds and other upgrades for the house itself that normally you'd have to come out of pocket and pay for a new construction build or a resale if they didn't have those things. So all these companies, again, with the interest rates being higher, they're trying to throw some more incentives out there to make it look more appealable to buyers that are looking, saying, "Hey, come over here. Look, we got a neighborhood pool. We have a neighborhood gym. Oh, and you get to get in for 3%. If you're buying a resale, you may be having to pay about 10% when it comes to your closing costs and your down payments and all those types of things." So all types of crazy incentives. The best thing is to contact your local real estate agent and say, "Hey, I want you to show me different new construction builds." There's multiple companies in every area that are building new construction, and they'll all have different incentives depending on where the neighborhood is and how much inventory they have and things like that. So really the only downside, and I wouldn't say it's a downside, is it's a little less customizable, but that's the same as a resale, where a lot of times it's far enough along in the house, they're ready to sell it in 30 days. They're not going to come back and put your specific paint on the countertop or paint on the counters, or granite on the counters and paint on the cabinets and, certain flooring. All that's already picked out and in, so you're kind of stuck with what you have, but that's the same for a resale. But because of that, they say, yeah, but if you close this in 30 days, again, we're going to offer you all these incentives. We'll build your fence for you. We'll get you a brand new fridge. We'll do all these things that a resale, obviously a seller's not going to offer unless they're just trying to give the house away. So all kind of cool things to think about. Again, best step, number one, contact your local real estate agent. Say, "Hey, show me some options. Show me some new construction neighborhoods. Let's see some incentive packages and some prices. Show me some resales. Walk me through the different steps. How much am I going to be out of pocket for each? What areas do I like?" Different things like that to make sure that you check out and look at. Again, very interesting times, especially right now with those new construction builds. If you're an agent, they actually throw in some extra incentives and things like that for the agent. And things like that. That's cool. So again, I'd check it out. If you're an agent looking to buy a short-term or a long-term investment property or a home to live in, then really you should check it out, because not only are they going to help you as a buyer, they're also going to help you out as an agent. So you're going to kind of get double there, which is just incredible. You could literally get into the house for nothing as long as you are approved and things like that. So just want to talk about that since it's kind of been a relevant topic among real estate agents and things like that going on right now. Let me know if you have any questions. Hope you have a great week. We'll see you next time.